Did you know Eastern Canada has the most extreme tidal range anywhere on Earth? This is the Bay of Fundy. The Bay of Fundy is the body of water between the Canadian provinces of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, just to the northeast of Maine, and it has the largest tidal range of anywhere on Earth. Now, a tidal range is just the difference in height between the low tide and the high tide, and on Earth, the average tidal range is about 1 meter or just over 3 feet. The Bay of Fundy, however, has a staggering tidal range of 16 meters or 52 feet, more than 16 times higher than the global average. As a result, you often get pictures like this, where boats are literally sitting on the bed of the bay during low tide. Adding to the impressive nature of this phenomenon is the fact that the tides in this region are semi-diurnal, which means that there are 2 high tides and 2 low tides every single day. In other words, the high tide and the low tide occur only 6 hours and 13 minutes apart, which is pretty insane when you consider the sheer volume of water that's being moved. In fact, in one half-day tidal cycle, more than 110 billion tons of water move in and out of the Bay of Fundy. For comparison, that is more than double the combined flow of all rivers on Earth over that same time period. Because of the sheer volume of water being moved, when it flows back into the bay, it actually creates a tidal bore in all rivers that flow into the Bay of Fundy. A tidal bore, an example of which is shown here, is a wave or a series of waves that travel upriver, driven by tide, that are so strong that they actually reverse the current of the river. So what is it about the Bay of Fundy in particular that results in these insane tidal ranges? Well, for one, it kind of has the optimal shape for high tides, as the mouth of the bay is much wider than the head. As a result, as water travels into the bay, it is constricted horizontally and thus rises vertically. The second reason has to do with a phenomenon called tidal resonance. Tidal resonance occurs when the time it takes a large wave to travel from the mouth of a bay to the far shore and back is the same or nearly the same as the time between high tide and low tide. Essentially, this means that the natural movement of the water synchronizes with the lunar tides, amplifying their effects. Would you visit the Bay of Fundy? Let me know in the comments and be sure to follow for more geography content.